Sponsored by degenerates like us. What's happening, people? You're tuning in to Comedy by Coincidence. This is episode 165. Hey, Ty.
Yes.
If it's possible, angle your camera down just like a half inch.
Oh, you can see my butt. Okay.
It was good. You look good. Thank you. What's happening, everybody? You're tuning in to Comedy by Coincidence, and it's me, your boy Chris Davis, here with you, with the man, the myth, the legend, the Florida Panther, the Mormon foreman, the too young to I don't know, live hard, die young, bro. What's up, dude?
What up?
How you doing?
Yeah, I am young, too hard to die young. Die young, that is for sure.
And this is the Kitty by Coincidence podcast. I do have the kitties in here too. They are breaking out of this. We are getting them out of the studio, just so people are, like, dude, it's been 3 weeks. Are they staying in the studio forever? Yes. Yes, they will never see the light of day.
Studio cat.
They are the studio cats. We're up here at Davis Studio North partying it up with some kitties. And when I say that, I really mean 5 tramps. No, I'm just kidding. It's Sunday, and we're coming to you live. It's January 26th. It's probably coming out tomorrow on the 27th. What's happening? Happy Monday. Ty, how are you doing this week, brother?
I'm avoiding the outside like there's a toxic gas in the air. You know, it's cold, man. Florida's ruined me, and it's not even negatives. You know, I don't even know what this is. This is some bitch ass cold I'm complaining about.
Where are you at? You still in Indianapolis?
I am in Indianapolis, Indiana. You know, the place that has more security people than I've ever seen before. There are more cops in this downtown area than I've ever seen in my life. It's kind of weird.
Well, at least that's a sign that it's well patrolled and well maintained, and they got the money, I suppose.
Well maintained, my ass, dude. I think I broke the axle in the rental car yesterday when I hit 3 giant potholes that were in a perfect line right in the tire lane.
I'm gonna be real, that's the whole Midwest right now, because after that crazy ice storm that happened while you were in Vegas still, I mean, with it being 4 inches of ice, the plows really couldn't get it, so there was like a fucking 2 weeks straight of them straight plowing, and with that much scraping and that much trying to get ice off the ground, there are potholes everywhere, dude. I've been hitting potholes, but haven't fucked up the car that way. But I did fuck up the inside of my Corolla. Yeah, shout out, I got a Corolla. Fender, like the wheel well, catching it on one of the icebergs, the fucking 5-foot icebergs at the end of my driveway. You know what I mean? It's like I was just going out for smokes, not trying to Titanic my car, But anyways, carrying on. So I'm honestly, what's the temperatures like in Indianapolis this week that you're bitching so much about? Because if you were in Florida, you'd be dealing with the snow.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's been light flurries, but Texas took most of this storm for us. We're like, all right. So since we're talking about the weather, we might as well throw out some numbers. But I don't have the weather.
I just want to make the viewership know how much of a whiny bitch you are as far as the temperature goes.
Okay, so we're talking like the coldest it got was probably 0 degrees at midnight. Like the daytime temperature, we're talking 11 to 21.
Okay,
I used to go out in a t-shirt and shorts in this weather. This is some bullshit. Like
this is layers, bud. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, and then like the highest it's gotten was the day we got here, and I think that was like, I don't know, upper 30s, low 40s. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's oh man, I'm
steadily deteriorating since you've got there. I understand. But it's been like that over here too. We had a good like 3-day stretch of high of 12, Yeah. Wind chill at negative 25, all that shit. I've been doing laundry for the side gig and to make some money because we're all broke over here. Hey, attention podcast. We don't make shit off this, so, donate. Or we're, 2025 is the year we probably change up our hosting service again. I don't know. We'll see what's up to find a way to make money because this is ridiculous. We'll always probably stay to YouTube, but I don't know, man. We'll see what's up. I don't know if we can go website or, find another affiliate or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But viewers, thank you as always because we only do this for you guys and the love of the game, You guys first, love the game second, see each other third, Make money is not in the equation right this second, which we need to. Like 2025, let's make some fucking money at this game. But how'd I get here? Because I was doing this shitty ass laundry gig for the past like month, Yeah. And it's in a warehouse with like industrial sized washers and dryers, but this warehouse ain't heated, bro. So I'm over there getting my ass soaked again in an unheated warehouse at like 0 to 12 degrees. I'm sick of it too. But layers, my friend, absolutely. And if you get wet, there ain't nothing going to keep you warm,
Oh no! Now, do you know where the dryer exhaust is?
Yes, and thankfully one of them is inside. So
okay,
I just be going over there and getting my full face full of CO2 whenever I need it.
I would pop a couple of those pipes, just kind of distribute them around the warehouse. Open up a window, you'll be fine.
But let's see. How's Indianapolis been treating you outside of the cold?
It's a place. It's like any Midwest city. There's events on the weekend. They had a game on Saturday, I believe. That or the parking lot was randomly full. And it's just, it's a Midwest city. I will say this though. The people in this town have taken jaywalking to a whole new level. Like it will be peak traffic. The light just turned green and a dude will dart in between the cars. Like, and then I think I've seen maybe 3 people use the crosswalk and one of them was in a wheelchair. So that's kind of a gimme. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You hit them, you're a real ass, right? I get it.
Yeah. And it's, I'm driving around in a rental car with Florida plates. That means I don't stop for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You may not see it, but we have, again, the Kittens are doing crazy shit, and one just absolutely adores you and just wants to come up there and keep seeing the camera. So if you guys, take some good screenshots of the cat trying to get up in the camera, bro. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. No open mics, am I
right? No, I missed the I was busy in Vegas. I had doing stuff.
And you got that big one that your family got to see and your boss, you know.
Yeah, and but the prelude to this is there is a helium in town, but I missed the sign up for it. No.
Yeah, but those sign up in advance ones, they can. I get it. It can be tough to find them, and you don't know till day of, and da 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 da. I get it.
Yeah. So
the
and
heliums
it's
are always fun to perform at. They're a nice stage. And it'd be fun to compare because everybody talks shit on the St. Louis Helium with their like fake brick St. Louis mural they have there. And I it's fine, you know, whatever. But I'd love to see how another helium or two stood up.
I mean, they all have that city mural thing. Like, I don't know what the big complaint is.
Right? So, you know, anyways, but well, get some in next week, okay? Even if it's just one, we got to get that median starting to get down there a little bit. You know, we're going from a median of 3 or 4 to a median of 2. 2025, baby. Come on. I mean, fresh slate. All numbers are, you know.
Definitely. I know the plan right now is to swing out on Thursday. So, you know, but that would be back in Tampa. Yeah. All right. These cats are fucking distracting. They gotta go or something. You just had a parrot on your shoulder for a while, like a new age pirate. All you need is an eye patch, and then you're ready to go raid an RV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I'm ready to take my boat on Lake of the Ozarks and commit heinous acts to other boaters. Right? I could be a pirate. I would be a great pirate. You would be too. Honestly, between the two of us, I'd be good at a lot of things over you. You might be a better pirate than me. You know, I mean?
You know, it was a childhood dream of mine to be a pirate.
I had a pirate flag from North Carolina Outer Banks, bro. Like, I'm with you. That's why we vibe so well. You know? Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know. Something about setting a cannon off on a boat is really attractive to me. You know,
I love swords.
Amazing.
Wenches are great too. You know.
Wenches are great, except they be wenches. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole other category of woman right there.
No wench shaming. I don't want to hear
no wench shaming. It's just I don't want to buy your drinks always. I'm cheap.
Listen, you're already slipping out of pirate mentality. No buying drinks. You know, what's the pirate code, bro? What's the pirate code?
My bad.
You know, take what you can, give nothing back, right? You know? Which is why we're making this Patreon only. No, I'm playing. Soon, though. Enjoy it while you can, motherfuckers. Tell your friends, please, so we don't have to do that. Okay? If we get the views up and we start making some Skrilla, we ain't got to do none of that crazy privatization shit. You know?
Now, have we considered, as a podcast, buying some views? Because that is a possibility. You know, some podcasts out there with like 100 episodes or something like that.
When we make
you go buy a couple
money,
thousand views.
Yeah, Brendan Shaw. No, I'm playing. Oh, wow. Oof. Hot take. I actually really like Fighter and the Kid. Not gonna lie. Let's see. No, we should not buy views when we make zero money. End of story.
Yeah, but if you buy views, you could potentially make more money.
You've been getting a lot of messages from those CEO bots. Like
I have gotten a couple. Our Instagram is filled with them. The Instagram I don't use.
Well, you know, maybe you should. I don't know. We're definitely not doing TikTok. With it being...
Not anymore. How do you feel about that?
You know, I say we go over to Dr. Evil because my opinions are in caliber.
The whole thing felt scummy, and that's where I'm gonna leave it.
That's coming from a former TikTok
daily user. Haven't touched it in a week.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Now, like, okay, so I don't have the TikTok on my phone, so like, is you can't even open it up now, or
No,
is it?
okay. So it was down for
Like 14
maybe
hours.
16.
Yeah.
Maybe 16 hours. And the last okay, so they said that they were going to like shut it down at midnight or on the 19th or what have you. For me, Central Time 10:30 p.m. So didn't even necessarily follow Eastern guidelines, but it was like gave some sort of message about in order to comply with U.S. law, they were not going to be streaming in the U.S., but they were, quote, working with President Trump to get it fixed. And then
not even...
the very next day, they were like, we've reached an agreement with President Trump to keep the app up and running for the time being. Thank you, this, that, and the third.
Thank you, President Trump.
But, as we all kind of figured would happen, as far as I understand, the current tentative deal is that they are going for 50% ownership by the United States as an entity. And so now we have a massive stake in the company, which has in turn completely changed the way that the algorithm works, the type of content people are getting, what they're seeing, what they're not seeing, what's getting out there. It was always a thing. It's just kind of gotten worse, and it just felt very... We've been in cahoots for the last 4.5, 5 years since this was initially proposed to be able to pull some stunt like this, and it just kind of felt smarmy.
And that was the Dr. Evil report, everybody. I am in complete agreement. Felt smarmy. Felt sketchy.
Okay.
Also, my algorithm went from all guitar, classic rock, comedy, big booty bitches to just Catholic proverbs.
There was also a lot of conjecture that they wanted the app to be back up and running at the time that the inauguration was set to happen because they figured it would increase viewership.
That's wild.
Those are all very solid, most likely true points because the American government, as my coworkers point out to me on a daily basis, is the current mob, and they now got their cut. But I'm confused. What is the U.S. as an entity? Does that mean I'm getting a cut as a U.S. citizen?
No.
No, and
like
by the way,
our
we might not be
government-
citizens anymore, but go carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, our government owns part of the app, which I can only hope... I mean, I can only imagine it has to do with, like, key stakeholders in the U.S. government. I'm not going to make suppositions on who exactly it is or is not, but...
I wish it was
Unless
Mr.
they were
Beast.
going to make a full like department to be able to oversee that, if I had to guess, it's just going to fall onto one of the upper level executives. But I don't know. Felt fishy.
Yeah, the whole thing felt off.
Also, if you
Interesting.
said anything about like I'm not watching the inauguration is dumb, like you got a community guidelines violation apparently. I wasn't on it, but like yeah, there's a lot stricter rules on what you can and can't say now, which everybody kind of figured was going to happen. But
Okay.
I've heard both people, like, I have a family member who has a very different algorithm than I do. But that said, the whole thing is just suppression of speech, generally.
I mean, it is censorship regime throwing up its ugly head for sure.
Yeah. But at any rate, it's just...
Anyway, the mood in here got very Orwellian. So,
Oh, yeah.
moving on.
I was just trying to watch funny videos, bro.
Ain't that America?
Well, I mean, it's just my head right now is going down a let's create some conspiracy theories based off of this. Let's have some fun.
You don't
All
need
right?
to create any. There's plenty.
Yeah,
This is Elon
just
Musk's
one of those
grand
like,
ploy to become meme lord overlord.
I don't know.
He wants.
No,
the
I'm
people to
just
laugh
I'm
and
just
it's
in
funny.
my head imagining like from here on out the TikTok stars or Instagram hoes except the TikTokers, what are they called? I don't know. There has to be a cool name for them. either way, like, what if they're all now every new one that appears is now going to be like a U.S. spy or like a Chinese spy?
They're
Well,
all
and
yeah.
here's the
They're
craziest
battling
thing.
it out online to see who can control more people.
I haven't heard anything about the monetization policy since it came back up online. I don't
Yeah.
know if people are even still
Making
getting
money.
paid for this.
Yeah. And
I mean, you can't stop the cash flow, so they probably just kept the same policy.
debatable. We'll see what's up, bro. But I will say again, my algorithm on there went from being all classic rock, comedy, big booty bitches to again CCP and Christian propaganda. So I don't know what's going on there. Seems weird. You know, I went from a lot of Kenny Wayne Shepherd and Bocephus to Wei Xiangshan, you know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on. But carrying on.
Interesting.
We're sort of doing comedy news, so like why don't we just make it official? Comedy news, everybody.
Okay, here I'm sending one your way.
Oh shit.
I was just getting started.
Comedy news. All I have is a couple weeks ago, the Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club in Tacoma, Washington, closed down for probably the best reasons I've ever fucking heard. Is that the owner and operator, Nate Jackson, touring comedian, has no more time to run the club. So, you know, he's blown up so big that he can't run his own club anymore. So he had to let it go.
Good for him, you know, to an extent, right?
Yeah, to an extent. But in my head, if that's true, wouldn't you just hire a manager?
Yeah, once you get your homie who also needs a job, or anyways, yeah, I'm with you 100%. Seems like more could have been done there, but whatever. Hey,
Yeah.
Good for him that he's so busy and popping that he can't run a club anymore.
Yeah, you know, so it's one of those. It's kind of a bittersweet moment, you know. Wish him the well.
Wish him well. We got Bill Burr and Shane Gillis to co-host an LA wildfire relief comedy show. It'll take place on January 27th, and all proceeds will be benefiting the wildfire relief program.
Here's my question.
Okay.
Like Pacific Palisades is a very rich area,
Yeah.
right? You know, it's a mansion-filled area. How much relief do these people actually need? Versus, you know, like
I'm
another
sure not
town.
all of them are
Like,
in
I'm
the same
confused.
boat, but I'll say this. From my understanding of things, the richest neighborhoods were spared. You know, whether they had private water source or whatever, their houses didn't burn down. We're talking the people who don't have 3 other houses. We're talking
Gotcha. Okay.
the
All
poor
right.
comedians who lived on that side of town who were barely scraping up rent money for rent control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
See, I don't know that much. I know Beverly Hills is money. I know Skid Row is poor, and everywhere in between is doing fine.
And
That's
my
what I know about
understanding,
LA.
too, is here's what I know about LA. Come from somebody who's never been. Could be the size of 3 or 4 fucking cities. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And in fact, probably is like 5 cities considered all LA, but they're all separate kind of counties, jurisdictions, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know shit about shit, but my heart goes out to anybody who's like affected by it and lost everything, because I'm sure there's people who got generational wealth or got movie money or whatever and can deal, you know, or didn't lose their insurance. But also with State Farm pulling all of their insurance on people during the wildfires going on, it's fucking insane shit. We want to talk Orwellian dystopian shit.
It's a scam.
So, and I mean, I heard some people were paying that insurance check 75 years before they pulled it, you know, right when this all's going down. Shit. And, you know, anyways. What else we got? Dr. Evil is trying to send me other news so that we get off it just a tiny bit.
I mean, honestly, it's a light week, so that's why we're going into the depressing areas. You know, it's near Valentine's Day, so that's when you're gonna get some of the like. All right, so this is gonna sound sexist, but we're going for it. Valentine's Day is like the day of the year where female comedians, like over half of them, drop their special. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that inevitably, it's kind of a trope. Most of them are going to talk about a previous relationship. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
And also, it's going to be a lot of girlfriends making their boyfriends watch it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. So it's one of those like it's kind of like that's the next big comedy day in my head because I got a lot of review articles and fluff pieces about how I needed to leave LA or why New York City's the best for comedy. So it's one of those. It seems like a very light week. I didn't find any new specials this week of note.
Shout out Ari Shafir's American Sweetheart now on Netflix. Same for his old special Jew. I just love Ari. He helps so many people out. You know, he can get the free advertising from me. But
Well, we just mentioned that last week, so
I will say Dr. Evil of all people sent me one. George Lopez is making his final stand-up special to premiere in February. He's saying goodbye to stand-up comedy with one final special, which will be on Amazon Prime on February 18th, a little after Valentine's Day. But we see Lopez musing on getting older, Latino family dynamics, generational clashes, superstitions, and cultural quirks. And man, he looks fucking crazy. Bro, I want that hair. To be his age and have that hair is awesome. You know,
it's kind of an expanded Cat Williams, borderline Einstein. It's kind of a work of art.
Yes, I very much Latino Einstein. That's what I'm getting here too. Did you ever watch the George Lopez show growing up?
Bits and pieces, but if I remember right, the George Lopez show was like Saturday midday, usually.
No, it'd be on like Nick really late.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
Nick at night.
At that point, I was over watching cartoons.
Yeah. It was like when you started getting interested in '70s show instead of watching animation shit. Like that's when I started watching it. So and it'd be on right around '70s show, I think, same channel. So I'd catch a little bit of that one, catch a little bit of that. Cool. I mean, you're in for the night. You know, it's a weeknight. I did enjoy it.
It's just like, and this is not. I'm not a huge fan of sitcoms. Like they're the story
anymore.
and all that. It's real life situations, and they're making you laugh every now and then. But like honestly, you're not that. If that was your actual family from a sitcom, you might as well just kill yourself. You know that's too much. Every day you have a new fucking problem to solve. You not one day of peace. It's insane.
I mean, that is kind of like having a family. Just what you wait, bro. It's one fucking shit show after the other. You know.
Yeah, no, no. I'm gonna stay a rogue and a traveler for the rest of my life. I'm not staying in one spot. I'll rent.
Which one? Okay. Dr. Evil, is it the Matt Rife one?
No, well, that one too, but the Fox News one.
I don't have the Fox News one. Why don't you pull it up? But I'll read the. Is that the one you wanted to end on?
No, the salute. Just the general news and other people's takes on the salute. Giannis wilding out for a
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to that here in just a second. Real quick, comedian Matt Rife, YouTuber Elton Casty look again to buy the Conjuring house. So Matt Rife renewed their interest in buying the Conjuring house last week about what would be needed to reopen the house to the public if the entertainers were to buy the property.
This one I just thought was funny. Like, why is this?
Oh. That'd be, I don't know. Let's make Matt Rife spend a week in the Conjuring house. I'm game for that. I'd watch that.
I just, I mean, this goes back to your belief of ghosts, and I can't get behind it.
You can't get behind it at all. All right. Well, let me
I
tell you
can't.
about another one of my beliefs. Why are comedians trending toward Catholicism? Question mark. One quirky comic offers a surprising explanation. Comedian Shane Smith tells Fox News about the supernatural experience that led him to convert. This is an article.
All right. Continue. What was his supernatural experience?
I have no fucking idea. It's all of it. Let me see here.
And is Shane Smith covered in tattoos?
Yes, literally the first sentence is, hold on, this is so funny. First sentence, though he may be covered in tattoos from head to toe. Quite literally. The only thing more obvious than comedians...
He's pretty funny. I would recommend his 30 minutes. I think it's Dry Bar on YouTube. He did a 30-minute special there.
The only thing more obvious than his body art lately might be his newfound Catholicism, and former motorcycle gang members certainly in good company. Jim Gaffigan, Kevin James, Stephen Colbert, not a comedian, Tom Leopold, Russell Brand, Rob Schneider, Chrissy D are just a few other comedians who share in the same faith. I mean, Shane Gillis, Catholic all the way. Latter half of the boisterous bunch having converted to Catholicism in their adulthood. The former half has been just as busy keeping Catholicism alive. But what is driving these comedians toward Catholicism? Smith, who officially converted last year, gave Fox News Digital his take by explaining what drew him to the I chose Catholicism for all the rational reasons. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Quote, I chose Catholicism for all the rational reasons. I'm a big history guy. And I just thought, ... You know, if you ask Siri who founded your religion and you're not Catholic, she'll say the name of just some guy. If you ask her who started your church and you're Catholic, she'll say Jesus Christ. So I thought that was a pretty good start. What the fuck? God, what?
There's not a lot of critical thinking going behind these sentences, it seems like.
These are very rational reasons outside of history. For instance, the quote, I read this book called Dominion, which was about a guy who set out to write a book about how religion had sort of muddled Western civilization and made the world a worse place. And he accidentally discovered that Christianity, and very specifically Catholicism, had been responsible for hospitals, modern university system, Western medicine, Western civilization in general. And then he ended up becoming Christian. I'm not going to keep going too much, but Jesus Christ, dude.
More power to him to get a faith and believe in something. I'm just confused.
Me too, man.
Because, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. I don't know.
Catholic?
Like if I could see some demons, hell yeah, I'd become Catholic in an instant. You know what I mean?
If you had
like,
a Tony
show me a guy
Black
growing
Sabbath
horns
experience.
and wings.
Yeah.
With a spiked tail. Yeah, I'll convert. Start confessing right now. No, the only reason why I think I personally would choose Catholicism over the rest is because I can get forgiveness for the short price of a confession. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's all my sins are gone. All right, yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff, and then we're gonna go do some coke, and then I'll be back in an hour or two.
Yeah, that's kind of nice, right?
Yeah, coke was a poor example. That doesn't really hit well with our audience. I understand that, but
I don't even know what our audience is, man. Tell us your demographic in the comments, guys. You know, I don't know. But let's see. Oh, did you have one more you had, or was that it? Dr. Evil wants to talk about Elon Musk's Nazi salute and all the different takes people are having on it. What are your takes on it? Did you see that shit?
No. I've been avoiding the political game
Yeah.
until I get out of here.
Try to. You do what you can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna open up that bag of worms on this week. It's diverse opinions everywhere. I'd rather not play
I was
that.
just enjoying watching 5 straight minutes of
Giannis Papas.
Giannis Papas contemplating angles with Jesus Toro.
I mean, like I just don't know anything about it. What happened?
No, I'm
Elon
not
Musk threw out a good
necessarily
old
trying to talk
Hitler, or
about
what?
the event. I'm just trying to talk about the commentaries on it.
At the very end of his speech at the inauguration, he did one of these. My heart goes out to you.
Or so he said.
And like thumb in and everything straight up like. And I think he did it like twice, dude. If I'm not mistaken, but.
Giannis was
Okay,
commenting
so
on
he
him
doubled
grunting.
down,
He doubled
which I
down.
respect.
And people, everybody on the right is saying, no, look at all these examples of Kamala and other Democrats using the same, thing. Why are you eating the cables? No eating cables. What the fuck?
I mean, it's I don't know. Like,
and then all the people on the left are like, obvious Nazi, obvious power play, obvious just trying to piss us off.
Elon is a troll, so I could imagine him doing that just to, you know what I mean? Let's spice up X this week real quick.
And then everybody on the right also being like, he's autistic, cut him some slack. He knows not what he's doing. You know not what you're doing. What the fuck, Cat? Who the fuck is it?
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's
It's a lot.
all right. This is gonna be my not unacceptable but yet rational take, is that Hitler didn't create that. That's just the most horrible example you can think of.
Yeah, I think Elon went and said it. It wasn't a Hitler salute. That was a Roman greeting. Something
Yeah,
like that. I don't know.
like that's a common thing. So I mean, who knows? Maybe that's the power play the right's trying to do, where we start taking back Nazi shit and return it to the original form.
Well,
I think a lot of them feel very much like Giannis, in which they're like, I sure hope that wasn't what it was, because I have Tesla stock.
Oh, a bunch of the left are like that. They love their Tessies. Yeah, my Bessie and a Tessie, you know what I'm saying? Fuck. I
Have you
hate
been in a
Tesla.
Tesla?
Fuck no. I hate Tesla drivers too. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't, left, right, I don't give a shit. You guys drive like shit, and you feel entitled.
They have a need for danger. That car could just stop at it.
Any point,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
all right. So, like, okay, you guys, you got to ride in a Tesla. Go get an Uber. Pay the extra for the Tesla at least once, because it's fucking like a space. Like, it's silent. It's there's no noise other than the noise you produce,
I mean, it's
and then
like a Prius is
you're
like that,
just fucking. You just like start soaring, and you don't even know how fast you're going until you realize you're going 70, because you didn't even feel body pressure of it pushing you back
so that's
in the
why
chair.
everybody
Nothing.
drives like shit in them. I understand. Okay.
It's amazing when it works right.
Right. So I also hate BMW drivers.
Audi.
Okay.
Audis.
Yep, all right.
Audi drivers. They can all suck
Specifically
my cock.
Volkswagen Jettas and Passats.
And I love Volkswagens, but not my Jettas. You guys go suck a dick.
Any minivan.
I don't know about that. Minivans can go either way.
I mean,
Dodge.
minivans, then you're just talking about Xanax soccer moms just trying to pick up their kids.
The biggest Ram truck you've ever seen, going to be up your ass. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
well, I just
my
don't
way,
know.
lip dirt.
Kia Tellurides.
Yes, Tellurides. Oh! Shout out Big J Okerson. Probably drives like a fucking maniac.
But those are all fun vehicles to drive, man. They really are. Like, you can't compare an Audi to a Honda. It doesn't work out well. You know, the Audi just has a better engine. It's a fun ride. Like trust me, if you get one of them sons of bitches, you're gonna feel a little reckless too.
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Worst car ever. I hate Grand Cherokees. They just break. They're so terrible. Anyways, getting off of car things before we get sued by major companies.
Hey, it's not the cars. It's the
I wish they would.
It's the drivers 100%. Don't sue me.
Let's see. That's I think it's your week for Savage of the Week. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. All right. I just heard a weird sound.
Sasha doubled down.
Creeped me out for a second. It was me. That's disturbing.
What?
The squeaky weird sounds that could have been the cat, but
No, it was
He was
probably the
back
cat.
in
It
that
yelled
area.
it yelled in the microphone.
Okay.
You got something to say,
The
honey?
savage of the week this week. I mean, it's been such a light week.
Yeah,
And this cat's really fucking with me.
Yeah,
And
you hate
they
cute
do.
things, you know. I
Yes, they
understand.
do.
You hate nice things. I get it.
I do. You know, my suitcase broke this past week, and I've been down a suitcase, so it's been difficult. But also, I have too much shit, so there's that too.
Yeah, you know you're getting into too much shit because when you have like 2 suitcases worth of stuff.
Yeah. That's too much. Like, I only need a week's worth of clothes, and I have 3. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I think I'm gonna call Savage of the Week this week. Is we're gonna go out to actually Shane Gillis and Bill Burr, and really anybody who's trying to help out with the LA fires, because that is going to be a lot of people affected, and
Yeah.
it's. I mean, for the foreseeable future, it doesn't look like it's going to get better. I hope it does, but this
They're
could go
talking
wrong.
10
Very, very
years
wrong.
to rebuild. They're talking most expensive natural disaster in U.S. history.
Yeah.
So the only thing that can make it worse is if they got a fucking earthquake on top of it right this second. Knock on wood.
Yeah, unless you're a minister or the Pope right now, because that's just that would be amazing for you. Start a cult saying the second coming's coming. Hell on earth, all that shit.
Speaking of, California's on fire. The world is coming to an end. Join Christianity. Join me, Chris, on this mission as we become sentient in the 20... I don't know. Never mind. JK.
No, keep going. That was good. Keep going. I'm about ready to join. Keep going.
I was sold. I was ready.
I'm gonna join.
I think there will be cats involved, so I think you're probably out.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a dog. I'm a dog person.
I know. You can bring them. Snacks for everybody.
Yeah,
do
that
Savage of the
seems
Week?
like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shane
like,
Gillis and Bill
here's-
Burr and anybody helping. I got it. I'm with you. Thank you. Yeah, right on. You know what? Also, shout out to Savage of the Week, Shane Gillis, for getting rid of Matt McCusker's private whatever studio in Austin that was. Jesus Christ. When Matt was doing the solo pods on Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, it was getting weird. Like, they got podiums. Nobody was allowed to sit during the podcast. They do 2-hour or 3-hour Rogan style with, like, really weird, let's just say sex culty and...
They all did kind
Weird.
of have. You're on to something there. 'Cause no one was like from one, but they all had just that element.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sex cult. Yeah.
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
totally see where you're coming from.
So,
And so Shane managed to get that gone, or like he was just like, no more.
listen, fuck all that. We're going back shit in my house. Get over here. I'm back in town, bitch. So, yeah, and they had like, okay, again, podiums. Maybe one-on-one, or if there were two people on the other side, they'd have 3 podiums. Headsets, no microphones. I mean, headset microphones, right? And then they were standing in front of giant easels with classical paintings on them. Like,
Yeah, that's either a lecture hall or he's gonna start wearing a robe, and this is gonna get
that it
awkward.
was getting there. It was feeling like that.
Man, all right. See, like dogs won't climb on the laptop. Just saying.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I do not.
My parents' dog
They will
launches
knock
herself
down the
into my
laptop, but they won't try and jump on it.
Yeah, that has been frustrating trying to start the podcast. Like in the 10 minutes leading up to it, I'll be down here trying to get everything set up, levels, everything plugged in. First of all, they're chasing the cables I'm using to plug everything in. Of course, they love eating cables. And then they keep jumping from the chair onto specifically the laptop. And it's a giant motherfucker. I had to type in my password to the fucking computer like 10 times because every time I'd like go to almost be done or press enter, hop on there. Yeah, maybe watch that one with the most expensive guitar I own. Yes, probably.
Serious.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is pretty distracting. They should be out of the studio for next episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's like, I sure fucking hope so.
Hey, it's a good comedic break if we back ourselves into a corner to just have them where they shouldn't be.
Honestly, I think it's doing great with the numbers. Not really.
The
Not
numbers
really.
are doing
Our
great
numbers
right now?
went to shit. I don't know. I think it was just the horrible depression or whatever, but...
They're horrible.
Anyways, let's get these numbies up, people. Also, we're gonna find a way to monetize this bitch, so be ready for changes. Cause I'm going through changes, just like this podcast. So we love you guys. Maybe next week you'll be the savage of the week. Do something cool and kind, and make somebody laugh or something like that. Ty, you got anything else you need to tell these motherfuckers?
Nah, we covered it. Except tell your fucking friends.
Tell your friends. Send them the episode. Don't shit on the chair. Oh, god damn it. We'll be out of here.
Like and subscribe.
See you guys next week.